Hello and welcome to the Owl Upstairs Tarot. My name is Kate and I am so happy that you are here with me today for this beautiful reading. We have three piles that Spirit and I have chosen today. Well, I'm the facilitator, but Spirit always guides me and I listen to what they want to share with you in alignment with your highest good and unconditional love. So, if you are drawn to pile one, we have the Cobra and we have the Ocean. If you are drawn to pile two, we have the Dragonfly, and we also have the Siren. And pile three, we have the Raven, and we have Kairos. So take a moment and tune into your heart center, connect with your team in spirit, and ask your intuition which pile you are drawn most to today. You might be drawn to more than one pile, and if so, honor that and be open to receive whatever messages Spirit has for you and your higher self. Hello, pile number one. You were drawn to the Cobra. And when I was tuning into what animals to pick, the Cobra was yelling, shedding our skin. So I feel like we are releasing some stuff and going through a transformation, but the transformation process that we are in is a form of release. And let's see what cards we have. So we have first the Ocean. We have the Venom. Ooh. All right. And just from these two alone, with the Cobra, I'm feeling like we are shedding toxic emotions, poisons, things that were, oh man, really deep transformation. And I feel like as we're purifying this energy, we're pulling in more of our soul essence, our light. It's who we truly are. And I think we're seeing ourselves so much different too. It's been a very emotional and a very intuitive journey. But I feel like you're doing a great job. We'll see what else we got. Get some rest. Okay. We have dietary change. It's about taking care of yourself as well. So, tending to your needs, looking at what you consume. Isn't it interesting that we have this mouth here consuming this? It seems to be a moon for me, so I feel like it's emotional consumption. So perhaps maybe numbing ourselves with something, substances, to not feel so much. Let's see what else we got. Change positions. Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Oh my, yes, we are absolutely doing some very deep healing work. Perhaps you've been exploring options for how you're doing this work. Let's see what else we have before we dive too much into that. Stay positive. Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. Yay. I like this necklace too. Something I think here with maybe the throat chakra as well. And we have call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask you for healing help with whatever you're going through, and thank you for the divine healing intervention. I feel like there's things that you're learning, perhaps through experience, but with the help of Archangel Raphael, I think he could definitely shed some light on whatever's being hidden or what you're not seeing. Love that for you. All right, we have I'm grateful for the earth. And we have I make way for miracles. Ah, beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. The past. Ooh, look at this snakes of transformation. And this moon with this light. This, it kind of gives me vibes of this as well. And abundance. Ah, seeing the light. Love that. Love that so much for you. Okay, so let's take a moment and let me just soak this in and see What messages want to come forward here? Because there are several that I'm feeling. So, first and foremost, I definitely feel like we are shedding the past, emotional, maybe patterns, traumas that we have kept hidden or we weren't necessarily ready to face. But I feel like you're ready to embrace this change, even though it may be really challenging to go through this. I think that you're open to absolutely new doorways and new possibilities. I also feel like this has to deal with something in the physical realm. So, grateful for the earth makes me feel like earthly things. So, like money, finances, people, jobs, especially with the abundance card. This could also be joy and health, your physical body. I think there was something in maybe your energetic field that you're working on shedding. Isn't that interesting too? We have this same flower. Yeah, your body really needs some time to heal. And you know what? We have a connection, mind, body, spirit, with ourselves. So a lot of times we try to separate mind, body, and spirit because we think that if we have a problem with one, we need to like isolate it and work from the perspective of like, if the body's not well, then there's something wrong. Like, let's say you have knee pain. If my knee's hurting, that means that, there's something wrong with my knee. But really, it could be associated with the feelings of not being supported. And so, if you feel like you're not supported or you don't have stability, it can manifest in the physical body as a form of pain to let you know, like, hey, something's not quite right here. And with the emotions that are present, our emotional body can become very unbalanced when we're exhausted. It is so hard to operate from a place of love and understanding and compassion when we are drained emotionally and we're just so fatigued and so unwell. And by getting more rest and taking care of our physical body, our emotional states tend to be a lot higher as well. So maybe ask yourself, what pattern are you in right now? Or as I've been speaking, what has come up into your mind space that perhaps you've recognized or you've received nudges to make some changes within your life that maybe you have tried in the past? I feel like maybe this is something that you have worked on and it's not new because we're shedding. So that means that we're aware of it and we're working on it. Remain positive for new growth. Everything that we experience within this physical realm does not originate in the physical first. So, if we want to make changes in our lives, first it needs to come from the divine, from our spirit self, from our higher self. And then from that place, we have guidance and different circumstances and situations flow down from those higher planes into the physical. So perhaps ask Archangel Raphael or any of your angelic team, your spirit team, your ancestors, whatever you resonate with, for support in creating some positive changes in the higher dimensions first. So then it can trickle down. And maybe this is also working in the dream realm to open new doors or to see things from a different plane of consciousness. Um, but ask for help, because anytime you ask for help, it's always given. It might not be given in the way we anticipate it to be given, but we're always given help, and sometimes instantaneously. So what I mean by that is, if you ask Archangel Raphael to please help clear any blockages from you being able to see the pattern, or to be able to, see different ways to help yourself or to help with healing or to give you the strength to make positive and loving choices from yourself, to cut ties to the past, to know you're worthy and deserving of stability and abundance. That kind of energy shifts can happen instantaneously. You don't always consciously see this in the physical realm, but know on a spiritual plane, from your higher self, from a spiritual perspective, instantaneously can happen. Alternatively, if you're used to working in a specific way, like let's say you're used to going to the doctor for support, or you don't think about diet and nutrition or water or other things that you consume affecting your health. Maybe you pause and you ask yourself, maybe what am I doing within my day to day that I could shift? Help, Archangel Raphael, help me to see what I can shift to support my health and my evolution, my healing of this emotional pattern, this pain that I'm holding on to. And it can happen really quickly, because sometimes the things that we're doing that we don't think that are harming us can really be making a larger impact than we even know consciously. So the food we eat, the music, the TV programs, the people that we're around, there's so many different things that can influence our field and our state of being. And so by asking to see things from a higher perspective, to help guide you to remove those things that are not helping you be the best versions of yourself, I think a lot of new doorways will open for you. And if you're someone who believes in miracles, ask for miracles to come. If you don't believe in miracles, ask for the blocks or the beliefs to be shifted so that you do believe in them, so you can have open doorways into a new beginning. So let's ask Spirit for any more guidance, information about this situation, circumstance that maybe we haven't already explored yet. Is there anything else, Spirit, that we haven't talked about that you, thank you so much, want us to touch on? Thank you. Okay. So the Five of Swords came up first, so we'll honor that. Five of Swords, let's see. Six of Swords. The Hermit, alrighty. Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. The Three of Swords. Oh my. I'm so sorry. You have been going through it. Queen of Swords. Okay, we love to see that. That is amazing. Yes, and the Ace of Swords. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And the last one, let's see if we can get these over a smidge. Seven of Pentacles. Yay. Okay. All right. So let me see. I think a lot of the emotional pain that we're experiencing, shedding, getting rid of comes from some mental patterns. I heard abuse, mental abuse, feeling like a victim. I'm so sorry that they've rained on your parade, that they have just caused you to feel like you really need to go into isolation and retreat. And I don't know, they've caused a lot of havoc, destruction, fighting. This has not been easy at all. So if this is also connected to any type of relationship, I would encourage you to stay positive about love. Know that healthy and loving relationships are absolutely something that you can experience, and that you have so much divine help to be able to support you through this type of transition and help healing any kind of mental patterns that have you going back to maybe relationships that don't serve you in your highest good. With that being said, use your discernment and know that you can choose powerful thoughts for yourself. You can be the queen in your, male or female, you can be the queen of discernment in your life, and to say, no, I'm not here for this anymore. I'm standing up for myself. And to create new thought patterns. So planting new seeds of intention and just being very sharp about them. Once you have your mind made up to move on from something, or to respect yourself, love yourself, know your worth, don't back down, don't allow anyone else to take that from you. I also feel like it's really important here, because I keep looking at this card, that love what you have. I think it's really important to be grateful and love what you have, because look how happy she is. She's got her little flower arrangement. She's got her little cherry tomatoes and her fruit basket, and just lots of gratitude. I feel like she's exuding gratitude. And then we have the flip side of this, where this person has so much physical wealth, abundance, yet they are not satisfied. They're not happy with what they've been given in life. And so I think it's about loving what you have. I think it's interesting too that's connected for I'm grateful for the earth. I'm grateful for all that I do have. Recognizing the abundance you do have in your life, because we all have so much. And I feel like we have been conditioned to believe we have to fight for things in life. We have to, fight for love and fight for our, wealth, and that's not true. Our birthright as human beings is to have and embody health, wealth, abundance, happiness, joy, and it is through surrender of the old, which can be very hard for the mind to do, and accepting in your heart that you are worthy of these things without pain, that you can have them, and just be so happy with all the things that you do have, even if your mind wants to compare, which I think comparison, I don't know why I think comparison might be a little bit of a thing here, but I do. So I'm going to honor that, but move on from those perspectives of, feeling like a loser, or like feeling like I've lost, or I'm really down, or, poor pitiful me. Like the world is, I have to protect myself from the world because of all these people. You don't have to be in this energy. You have so much divine help and people in the physical realm that want to help you. Look for opportunities for different ways to help yourself. Stand up, be the Queen of Swords, be this resilient, strong, very clear cut individual with strong boundaries. She's not someone who's going to take anybody's crap. And also, something just came to my mind. I've learned recently that oftentimes when we're kind and when we can be the emotional dumping ground for people, a lot of times the stuff that people put on us is not our stuff to carry. And so something that I've considered recently with some of my worries and anxieties and stuff that I'm going through in my life is this my energy to carry? Is this something I should have to spend my energy on worrying about? Is this something that is really my cross to bear? Really sit on that and consider that for a moment, because a lot of times people will put the hurt, the pain, the projections onto others, especially those who are beautiful lights and are rising in vibration, trying to help themselves to move on to better places. There are some people that don't want you to move on, because then it makes them have to deal with their stuff. And so the stronger the boundaries you have, the more you're grateful for what you currently have, the more you continue to look off into that sunset and to move forward and to accept where you are, but to also hold gratitude and a positive mindset, self-care, mindfulness. Just like really hold yourself in this beautiful, loving space. And I think you'll see a lot of change and miracles. You'll see doors open up so quickly, because you've earned this. You deserve this. Let me see if there's anything else, Spirit, that you would like to share with pile number 1, just as a closing, maybe just a closing remark, please, Spirit. Anything else? Okay, we have Page of Pentacles. Yes. New abundance, new broccoli. Okay, and it's funny that goes on dietary change, and I said new broccoli, so maybe eating some more vegetables, really being mindful of literally your diet. Six of Swords again. Okay, love that. So we have the Six of Swords here, and we have the Six of Swords again. Positive mindset, moving on, transformation. Yes, and this little heart, I saw this as a heart. Beautiful. Love, heart-centered choices, moving on to higher choices for yourself, new landscape. Page of Wands. Look at this transformation. I just saw like a burning bush. I saw like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This could also be anger. So if you're someone who's holding a lot of anger and resentment because of past circumstances and situations, forgiveness and letting it go, allowing it to be transformed and transmuted. And the Eight of Cups again, moving on. So yeah, you're doing it. You're letting it go. You're moving on. Peaceful resolutions, happiness ahead. Just keep going. Ask for divine guidance. Ask for help. Seek out different solutions. And know and trust that all is going perfectly to the divine plan. So yeah, stay positive. You got this. Pile number 1, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have if this resonated, or if you have any comments you'd like to share, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the Dragonfly of Transformation and the Siren. So let's see what your cards would like to share, what spirit messages would like to share with you today. Before I share these, I think it's really interesting. I cleared the energy from the last reading, and your candle went out twice. When I was trying to burn the sage, I accidentally extinguished it, and then I tried to do it again, and it went out again, trying to clean up the area. And I feel like that's a message in itself, that you're getting burned out, or something around like going out, burning out, extinguishing. And also, you know, what's funny is I forgot to take this away from pile number 1. So if you're here watching pile number 2, you might also have a connection to pile number 1 because I accidentally left the snake here, which is also a symbol of transformation. But I feel like this is a different kind of transformation. So we'll see. We'll see. So we have the Siren. We have the Mask. We have the Healer. Beautiful. I like this card. We have snakes again, so I definitely feel like the snake was supposed to be here. Ooh, and the Dead End. Got it. Okay. Wow, immediately I'm like, here's the darkness, here's the light, and we're going deep. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Volunteer. All righty. What are we volunteering for? Increased energy. Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. What gorgeous energy this card is. A bridge to the divine. This is like giving me the most healing, the most healing vibes. You yourself might actually be a healer, divine healer, a light worker. Maybe you work in the medical field or the energetic healing realm. Take the weight of the world off your shoulders. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a connection here with pile 1, so I'll just leave it at that. Shift your perspective. I kind of feel like this is really messy. There's a lot going on in your mind. Okay. Go for it. Reach for the moon. I thought she was doing the splits, which is really interesting as well. And it also gives me the Two of Swords vibes, because we have 2 different boats going in different directions, where I feel like, do I do this or do this? It's like the sun and the moon. I also am hearing that maybe you feel like you're having to pick between 2 things, but you don't have to pick. You can have all of it, like the whole entirety, which is really interesting. So love that for you. Let's see the last one. Cut your losses. I'm getting major. So this card reminds me of the Devil card in the tarot, which in its highest form is all about liberation. So I feel like we might want to, and we're definitely holding on to something that is not ours to hold on to, or maybe it was at one point, but now we don't need it. I think there might be a little bit of fear from letting this go. But good news, it's okay to let this go. 100%. I feel like we need to free up our energy field for new things, for healing, for transformation, for evolution. All right, so let me see what else. What other messages, Spirit, are we? What other messages? I keep feeling like something's trying to like reach out and grab me with this. Like when I sit down and I look at all of this energy, it's like things from maybe the past are just like coming to try to like, I don't want to say haunt me, but I do feel like there's something that like has its vice grip hold on me. I feel like you're bold enough though to be able to see what this is, because I feel like with this, it's like you see the light, you can see the brightness from, there's two perspectives, two sides of the coin, and yet we have three heads here. And we have two choices for transformation. I think whichever choice you pick is not going to, like, either one's going to lead to, like, all paths lead to Rome. Each choice that you're given is going to help you with this healing journey that you're on. You know, I haven't really talked about this volunteer card much. But I do see that it's on blue flowers, and I do see this purple too, and this makes me think of this as well. And whenever I saw this, it's like these kind of go together. I feel like we need to, something with our voice, it's like owning our truth, taking off the masks, and, you know, whatever we feel is right for us, like really speaking about that, and just like getting all this noise, other people's perspectives, other people's opinions out of our space, because I feel like they're clouding our judgment. Like, because we feel like we have to be all things to all people, it's like really weighing us down. And so I think maybe that's why we have this increased energy card, is because Archangel Raphael wants you to have the energy of divine love instead of all of this stuff that's like trying to hold you back, like pull you out of your power and like mute you almost. It's like that. I don't know. The siren's such an interesting archetype because sirens lure people in. And that's kind of how I feel like this is. It's like something wants you to stay connected to it. Something wants you to continue holding the burdens, or like being the scapegoat, or like being the one that they can, you know, poo-poo on. It's like, you know, those people that just like won't leave us alone, or like act really strange because you maybe consciously recognize that there's something going on, but you're like, what is happening? Like, why are they being so strange? Or like, why do I keep thinking this about myself? Why do I always feel gross around them? Like, why, you know, there's these patterns or these thoughts or something that comes up to help you identify and see a different lens, a different perspective of whatever's happening. And I just keep seeing this rainbow. So I do feel like it's something in the spirit realm. Spirit is like really, really saying, ask for help. Just ask for help. You know, and anytime I need extra support with the divine, I will reach out, and I like, this is like the light of the divine. This reach out and go for it, I don't think is just in the physical. I really feel like these are connected. Like, ask for help. And what I would do if you feel called is, you know, asking your spirit team from your heart, spirit team of the unconditional love and of the highest resonance. I ask for that because you can call in spirit and you can have all sorts of spirit people come and support you. However, there's different qualities of different energies in the spirit realm that support different things. Okay. And so when we ask for spirits of unconditional love and of the highest resonance. You're going to call in people in spirit, archangels, or your ancestors who love you unconditionally, that do not have other agendas or needs that they want fulfilled, because their desires are to support you and to help you be the best, happiest, most loving version of yourself. So I think this is also a nudge to ask for that help, because they cannot intervene with our life path unless we ask for that support and that help. You have to volunteer, because we have conscious choice and free will, and they do not. So in the spirit realm, they do not have free will. So they follow specific divine laws. And what that means is, like, we come down to earth, and if we want to, go to the gas station and get a Coke, or if we want to eat, all organic food, that is our choice. But in the spirit realm, they have to go to this place for this X, Y, and Z. So those were some pretty silly examples, but whatever. It was supposed to come through, so we'll honor that. I do want to see what else Spirit has to share with you in regards to this energy. So, Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number 2 that will support them in cutting their losses, getting out of this tangly heaviness of this energy that's not even theirs to be dealing with? What can we do to support pile number 2? Yes, thank you. Okay. So let's start with this card. Oh my gosh, I love this. The Empress right next to the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all about, the Queen of Pentacles is the queen of self-care. Okay, so this is fully an independent queen who knows her worth, who knows she's worthy of taking care of herself and soaking up all this beautiful, radiant, abundant love and nurturing energy. And you know what? You probably have people around you that see this within yourself, and because you're such a big-hearted, kind individual that really shines a lot of light, you're probably a light worker, a healer. You're going to have a lot of people that see that and is like, give me, give me, give me. It's because you have certain energies within this world. You have like radiators and you have drains. So a radiator, which is this kind of energy, it's life-giving. It blooms and it's full and it's expressive and it's juicy and it's just like the fruits of the earth. And then the drains are the people who say, I want more, give me, give me, give me. But they don't actually give in equal reciprocity. And so I feel like this is a message here, just with these 2 cards, to really take good care of yourself, take care of your things that are very fertile. So, this could be your physical body. It could be your assets, like your money and stuff. It could be what you think of as abundance. So like the flowers here, this is your beauty. So the things that people tell you you can't have, also perhaps your kids, or like working to take care of yourself to be able to have those types of children. Children can actually literally be children, but they can also be things that you want to birth. So creative projects, new business ideas, art that you want to produce. And we can't always shine and share these gifts if people are constantly draining our energies. We don't have enough to be able to give to ourselves. So put up some hardcore boundaries and just take some time. Well, I was going to say take some time to yourself to allow your inner self to shine again. But I also want to see what else these have to say. So we have the 6 of Cups, which is all about reciprocity, which, what did we just say about the drains and the radiators with people who take more than they give? The 6 of Cups is, happy, harmonious memories of the past, but it's also, it's the people, I think, that might emotionally drain you perhaps as well. Let's see. I'm seeing this like golden nugget on top of this. This to me is a church, and so a place that you feel safe and secure, where you meet with the divine. I don't necessarily feel like this has to be a literal church, but find your sanctuary, your safe haven, the place where you feel like you can be you and your full expression to create this beauty that you very much deserve. Yeah, you have this energy that's just like consuming you. And I feel like you're starting to see it. I think the more you take time for yourself and the more that you nurture yourself, love yourself, tend to your desires, your wants, your needs, it's going to become more and more apparent who's here to just eat you alive, which is a very gross, I don't use those words very much. So I don't know who's eating you alive, but liberate yourself from this. Yes, you have such creative sparks and passion, and yet somebody is hot, like in their energy is like blocking your sunlight. Like you're ready to burn this away. You're ready for healing. You want this transformation. You know how creative you are. Page of Swords, new ideas, peace. Oh, peace is coming. Oh, I love this for you so much. We have what I feel like on this side is kind of some gray clouds. And even though there's gray clouds here, there's so much light behind it. So I feel like we're starting to see the light. We're starting to see what the problems are. I'm curious to know a little bit more if this is a person, if this is a mindset, if this is a... I want to know more about what is blocking your creativity, your potential. What is getting in the way of this? So Spirit, could you please give some guidance on what is preventing pile number 2 from stepping into their full creative potential, for taking care of themselves? Thank you. Any other information? Thank you. I'm kind of looking at the 6 of Cups and thinking about maybe things of the past, but we'll see. 6 of Pentacles, reciprocity. Okay, so we were not far off on that, so that's good. We have the Hermit, the 5 of Swords, the Strength, and the Empress again. Are you kidding me? Wow, what Queen, step up to your throne. Oh my God, you have so much strength. And I know that with the strength card like this, I don't think you understand quite the level of inner strength that you have. I think there's probably been circumstances or situations that you've been through that have just been totally doo-doo. I mean, and I've used, I think, poop and doo-doo twice in this video, which is so funny to me because I don't always say those words. So I just like major crap situations, which I think have led you to maybe hide and shield yourself because you've been left out in the rain. People have just like sucked you dry. And I'm so sorry for that because that's some crap, literally. So I feel like you're being given an opportunity here to really go deep, to shed the projections and the stuff that people have placed on you and step into your creative power and to really see how much strength you have. Because when you take all of this energy that is not yours and you surrender it and you say, I'm not doing this anymore. This is not my cross to bear. This is not my energy to hold. This is not my blueprint. This is not me. That's why I think we also have 2 major transformation icons, because you have to be the one that steps up and says no more, because the people who are drains are never going to stop draining. They're always going to be that ones that say more, 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 more. They're the hungry ghosts. They're the energies that are never satisfied. This is kind of like an addictive, it's like somebody is using you as their addiction or like their fuel source. And so you have to be the one that says, nope, I value myself enough to know that I'm worthy of creating something way freaking better than this. I'm ready to see the light. I'm ready for creative transformation. I'm ready for new thoughts. I'm ready for inner peace. I'm ready to see how strong I truly am and my value and my worth. And I'm ready for my energy to be placed somewhere else. I'm ready for this major transformation. All you have to do is ask. Ask and it shall be given. So, pile number 2. I'm so excited for you for this big transformation. Way to go. Big transformations like this, they take time, they take effort, they take mindfulness. So be gentle with yourself. You have so much potential here for so much beauty and so much harmony. Oh man, and I just saw a little 8 right here. There's no 8 there. They're just these creative swirls, but I saw an 8, and 8's for me, 888, if that's a synchronicity for you, a sign, a symbol. It's all about abundance in all forms. You know, abundance is not just money, but it's happiness, it's health, it's energy, it's fertility, it's pleasure. So be on the lookout for 888s, perhaps too, as signs for you that you're in the right direction, you're taking care of your needs, you're tending to your own garden. And yeah, I'm just so excited for you to kind of pause and reflect and see where you have these opportunities for growth and for transformation. So good luck to you. If you would like to share more in the comments, I would love to hear from you and hear about the transformations that you're experiencing in your life right now. And I hope to see you again next time. Have a great day, pile 2. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you are drawn here, you have the raven, crow raven, and you have Kairos, which is so interesting because crows and ravens can see between the realms. So they're spirit communicators, spirit messengers. They can see things that other people can't always see. And if you could see this right now, none of the other piles had this much smoke from the sage. So I also feel like we are clearly seeing something from either spirit, or we're clearly communicating something. I'm really eager to see what your cards have to say, pile number 3. So we have Kairos. Ooh, the mirror. Yeah, interesting. The poet, another form of communication. Look at all these ravens. Oh man, can't make this up. I love it. Oh my God, and the underworld, which is another place for spirit. So, isn't that interesting? Let's see what else we have. Join in. It's almost funny because I feel like spirit, you know that spirit's been calling to you. Like you've had the synchronicities, you've had the interesting, like you've seen through the looking glass, you've had these epiphanies, you've had these moments, and yet for whatever reason, I feel like we're like, meh, or maybe we don't want to quite see what's within. Yeah, we have more eyes here too. What is being reflected to you? What is being shown to you, communicated to you? Let's see. We have forgiveness. These are some pretty big cards. Exercise is key. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interest, and budget. Look at how he's holding on to these weights. I know that this is talking about like activity and exercise, but I also feel like this is something we are holding on to something so tightly. We don't want to let go. Movement, I think, will be very helpful. I know it says exercise is key, but I feel like movement in a physical or a non-physical sense, I think like maybe other forms of movement too, which we'll look at in a moment. We'll see. I think that'll be important. My aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. Wow. I love that for you so much. Support. Beautiful. And let's see, the past, moon memories. I'm trying to go here. Look at this gorgeous vacation vibe we got. Although I don't feel like we're actually in the past. This is really interesting. Okay, let's see. As we sit with this energy, I'm going to move these up just a smidgen so you can see all of them. Let's see what unfolds. Okay. Here's the moon in this card too, and I just saw this again. And here is the moon hidden, and then here is the moon in its full glory. We see the poet here, which is also holding an orb, and the moon is like full in these as well. Okay, so we have right now as I'm recording this video, it is December like 16th, and I'm pretty sure sometime next week we have a full moon. So I think whatever is going on around you within the next week, I think you're going to have some serious synchronicities. You're going to really have some insights, some epiphanies, some stuff come to you that will help you to maybe see not the underbelly, but like some of the stuff that's maybe been hidden behind the scenes that you've been like, what, like, where are we going? What are we doing? You know? I also feel like because of things that we've had happen to us in the past, we have two people here. I feel like in the past, something happened to us that maybe didn't feel so great because we also have two butterflies here and we're holding on to two things. We have two hands. I think we had something happen in the past that because of that circumstance, it's kind of kept us retracted. We have been holding on to stuff maybe out of concern that we don't really want to let people in. We don't really want to see things as they truly are. But I think that the universe is talking to you and telling you that if you cooperate and you participate with the co-creation of new beginnings, new opportunities, support, surrender some of the stuff that maybe happened in the past, some of the stories you've told yourself, I think you're going to be very, very surprised at the positivity that comes your way. And I think you're somebody who perhaps keeps to yourself because it's less drama, it's less mess, it's less toxicity. I think you have a view on things that maybe not everyone sees. I think you see things through a lens of higher awareness, higher perspective, and you've learned a lot. Kudos to you. But know that it's okay to actually have people in the physical realm as well as the non-physical realm support you in your life, in your journey. You don't have to do things alone. You don't have to be so retracted, so, close off. But let's see what Spirit has to say. Other messages. Spirit, what else could you please share with us for pile number 3? Could you please give us some more guidance, more information on what will best serve us in our highest good for pile number 3? Thank you. What else? Let's get a couple more, please, Spirit. And you know what? I just feel like some of these we're not supposed to look at. So yet, we're not supposed to look at yet. So we'll just hold on to these right here and then we'll come back to them after these. So we have the Four of Wands. We love that. And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel like with this, so sad. Kind of like just had some hardships, had some stuff that has happened in the past that I think you're just like, yeah, I can just do this myself. We don't need people. It's got you all in a tangle and you're just like, I'm done with this. No, thank you. But the Four of Wands is also about celebrations. And, I just heard something about weddings, and there's this church here. So I'm not sure if maybe you had a past relationship that did not go well. Maybe you got married on the beach or something, like in a tropical place, or, you know, maybe something happened on a vacation with some families or some people that you were close to that has just maybe put up some barriers for you, or, you know, maybe you're seeing some of the not so positive qualities of people of the that you were close to, like seeing, you know, when we're in new relationships, we see the best in people and we see their beautiful qualities, and then after we get to know them a little bit better, we see some of their darkness and some of their not so great aspects of being a human being. So I'm wondering if that there's that kind of flavor to it. And this is still burning. I keep looking at this sage and in the purification of something. Let's see what else. King of Wands. Oh yeah, this is definitely something that has to do with love. Heart transformations, Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, we have two kings. Okay, if you are not, well, you know what? Let me pause. I feel like this definitely has to do with something that you loved, absolutely loved, put a lot of your heart into. If this is not a person, then this is something that you really appreciate and love, like a creative endeavor, or, you know, a job, or, you know, art, or there's something about it being like the knight in shining armor. You thought it was going to bring all this peace, love, and joy and happiness, and I think it did bring a lot of wealth and stability, but I also feel like it was destructive to you in some regards. Let me lean in and listen for more messages. Something about your throat as well. A frog in your throat. Interesting. Why are you not speaking up about your truth? Why? Let me see. Why are you not speaking up about your truth? Something about worthiness. Okay. So, gosh. If you have done something in this dynamic that maybe you're not proud of, I think it's very important that you forgive yourself, because when the emotional waters rise to a level where we feel like we are drowning, sometimes our shame, our embarrassment, our feelings of regret and remorse, those things that we did that we're just not very proud of, they all happen to us. We're all human beings. And you know what? Those kinds of things happen so that we can learn from them. So if you need to seek out support in, you know, whatever way, support groups, therapy, like-minded people, spirituality, exercise is key. Why did you motivating me and guiding me to a program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget? What kind of support can you ask Spirit for that fits in your schedule, budget, and helps you heal from this? Because I truly believe that there is an opportunity for you to do some deep heart healing, finding your inner purity again, the strength and the stability, healing your nest egg, stepping into your power. I do feel like you did have a part of this, and that's okay. You know, because when you wipe the slate clean and you forgive yourself, you bring in new experiences, because you say, you know what? Yeah, that happened. I learned from this, and I'm not here to do this anymore. I don't want that experience. I want joy. I want peace. I want love. I want to see the truth. I want Spirit to lead me. I want to be a, full expression of me. I think there's a lot of opportunity for emotional cleansing around the full moon. I still do feel like that. The fog and all of the haze that you have a hard time seeing through right now, I think a lot of that truth will come forward in about a week. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's another thing that I'm hearing. I keep going back to the heart. And I just had Mary Magdalene come into my mind space. So Mary Magdalene is like the divine feminine personified. She is such a nurturing, graceful, merciful, beautiful, tender energy. Tons of different meditations and resources on Mary Magdalene on YouTube. So if you feel called to search for that, she's the divine feminine of Jesus, who is all about forgiveness. I was not someone who always was a big Jesus person, but believe it or not, Jesus does have a realm in this, because spirit and the divine do not care what kind of way we connect to them, as long as we open up and we connect and we reach out. Whatever way that is, with if it's tarot cards, if it's frolicking in the woods, if it's potions like Harry Potter, like, it doesn't matter as long as you reach out and you ask for support. I keep going back to this one too, and I'm not really sure why. So Spirit, if there's anything that you could share with me that maybe I haven't hit on, or can help us understand the support piece, the forgiveness piece, anything that maybe I haven't yet touched on. Thank you. The Page of Wands. Ooh, I just heard vindicative. You know what? I don't even know what that means. Yes, I do. Means like we're going after somebody because we've been hurt, and so we want them to hurt just as bad as we hurt. And that is not the best. Even though it feels like it's right, we do not have control over other people. And it's cliche and silly as it may be, two rights do not make a wrong. And if someone has hurt you, going back and retaliating puts you on their same level. Like, it is not. There's so much other better ways to serve yourself than reaching for vindication. So forgive yourself for your peace, forgive others for their peace, find supportive, loving communities, open up to new experiences and endeavors, and know that this does not have to be the way at all. You can have so much more than that. Like, you have two kings. This is a page. This is like small potatoes compared to the kings. So let yourself be royal. Yeah, get out of your head. Get out of your head this mess, this blame, this going back, and this just makes me think of things of the past. Like, you can't let it go. It's hard to let this go. But you know what's interesting is that holding on is more exhausting than letting go. Dang, yeah, it hurts, and it's gonna, be a process of emotional release. And I think that's where the support is coming in, finding maybe a group that can help you untangle this web, this energy, to see it differently. Any other things, Spirit, that can help us to see that? Yeah, I think a lot of this right now is hidden, but we have so many full moons. We literally got the moon card, which is all about your intuition. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that's hidden that will be illuminated, perspectives perhaps that are illuminated. It's in the positive and the highest light. So I think really you're going to see something in a whole new way. Perhaps it's even yourself, offering yourself forgiveness. Wow, we have the Four of Wands in reverse again. It just makes me go back to the past. We're looking back at things that did not work out. Let them go. Let them go. Sure, you may have had wealth, you may have had everything you thought you always wanted, and now it's not. Now you don't have it anymore. But you know what? The divine has a higher purpose and a higher intention for you. There is nothing that we go through in this lifetime or in any other lifetimes that is circumstances to hurt or harm us. There are always opportunities for us to grow and learn and to be more loving, more caring, more nurturing of both ourselves and other people, or discerning, cutting out and transmuting people who do not serve us and our highest goods. I think you did have, I'm getting feelings of like a toxic masculine. And I don't necessarily mean that as someone who is an actual masculine energy that can present male or female, but someone who maybe was controlling or, tried to manipulate or dominate, or I don't know, just there was an aspect to them that just was not ever going to be what you needed. You want to grow. I really feel like that. What did we just say? We literally can't make this up. There is a toxic masculine energy with you. But you know what's interesting? When we have mirrors, when we have people around us that are toxic, there is always something within us that is illuminated through that experience, because we would not be calling in those types of energies and those types of people if there wasn't something within us that we either thought we deserved that energy. It's what we learned from our parents. There is a reason why we have toxic 1 and 2 together. Okay, so I feel like you're really going through and seeing things from a totally different perspective from both sides. You're not just seeing one perspective, you're getting messages on how you have contributed and how you can heal and what their part was as well. Because there's always 2 sides to every story, 2 parts to every whole. There's the yin and the yang. So I really feel like this is like if we look at this from the highest point of unconditional love, it's like, what did we learn from each other and how can we do this differently? Or what can I choose now for myself from this experience that will serve me in my highest good so I can move on and experience beautiful new beginnings? 9 of Wands. Yeah, this was a very long journey. I feel like you're stronger because of it, but I do feel like it was heavy. We have the King of Wands again. I do feel like this is somebody maybe that was very spicy. You had a very passionate connection to them. But, passion can also be anger and it can also be fighting or like conflict. So that led to maybe some destruction or not working out with one another. This is the High Priestess in its a lower shadow aspect. So maybe you also not listening to your heart, not listening to your intuition. I think you want to hold on. And with this dragonfly, I was just made aware of pile number 2. So if you are watching this at this point now, you might also find value in watching pile number 2 because we talked a lot about transformation there. But I think you're holding on to something that you can let go through forgiveness that would allow for a new beginning to happen. You'd be allowed to start over, to let go of the past, to let go of the deception, and to have happy, harmonious, fun, balanced relationships. I think there's an important need here for perspective change. You can have perspective changes by searching for support and loving non-biased individuals, like people who do not, like outside of family and friends, because I think sometimes our family and friends have very jaded not jaded, I cannot believe I used that word. So maybe there is jaded perspectives, but they have very biased perspectives because they love us. Obviously, there are friends and loved ones, but going to maybe a counselor, a therapist, a spiritual guide, whatever you resonate with, that can be a pillar of support for you to rebuild and to restructure and to move forward into the new. I think that will be so very helpful for you in your journey. And then once you kind of get the clarity that you need and you can see through the fog and the illusion, again, I do feel like it's going to be within the next week or so, or around the full moon, you'll really have some aha moments. Then you can kind of pivot, surrender your anxieties, surrender all, ground yourself, go into nature, untangle the mess, the underworld, the inner stuff that just doesn't allow you to sleep at night. Find something creative that you can do that you enjoy, that helps you to just like channel that energy into something positive instead of conflict with other people. Yeah, and then ask spirit for support. Join in and working harmoniously together. And the more you opt to harmonize and blend as one, either within yourself or with the external, I think you'll see things shift and change to a place where you're much happier, much more excited, much more free, much more fun and joyous. I just love this card. I love it so much because there's so much freedom here and play and balance and lightness. So find your inner play, find your inner child, take care of that energy, nurture yourself, find give and take. And then I think things will shift and you'll be much more harmonious and have a lot less anxiety. So pile number 3, this is your reading. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you would like to share your story with me or if this resonated, I'd love to hear it. I hope you have a beautiful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye.